Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to PTC the Chat Podcast. Woo! Episode 24 coming at you live and direct from the wonderful Granite State. Of course, sitting across the way from me is my lovely, very handsome. I'm liking the trim over there. Mr. Sean Michaud. Sean, how's it going this evening?
I'm doing well. It's the weekend. Weekend is here.
It is the weekend. It is the weekend. You know, I think there was an artist known as The Weeknd that once said, no, I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it. Because I was going to quote a song with him and Post Malone. However, we are a family show, right, Sean?
Yes, but we are able to do that.
We are able to do that, however. That's very true. I would... So if we were to do an audio version of this podcast...
I hope you caught that reference.
I did. If we were to do an audio version release to folks, I think we would have had the explicit rating like way long ago.
We don't have the rights to the song. Their song.
We've broken every single rights to any song that's ever existed here on Painting the Chat Podcast. Oh no, Sean! It's a really great night. You know, we're gonna get on here. We're gonna chat about what's going on in the sports world, what's going on with those Boston Red Sox of yours, what's going on with my horrible New York Metropolitans right now. But listen, we're gonna see. But we'll get into it. The New York Jets take on your Green Bay Packers. Our teams are facing off against each other. I understand. It is preseason football, right? Everybody says it doesn't count. That's fine. It means that football has started, though. I think we have to celebrate that moment that football is back.
Am I going to keep up the preseason football? Probably not.
No, you know who your quarterback is. It's Jordan Love. Like, that's not going to change. You know, you got Christian Watson. You've got Michael Golden, who's going to be amazing. Golden was incredible back in college only a year ago. The New York Jets are going to have Justin Fields out there, former Pittsburgh Steeler, out there at quarterback this evening. And we're going to see who our backups are. You know, we're going to see how Tyrod Taylor does. We're going to see maybe Breece Hall will get some touches. Maybe we'll get some names that we've never heard of before start to shine in the brightest of moments, known as being at Lambeau Field. But Sean, listen, let's get into it this evening. We'll get into sports news, and of course, the like I like to say, what I love even more is looking over
at the box score.
We'll get into box scores in just a little bit, but Sean, let's start with your Boston Red Sox right now. Now, when we last recorded, which was a couple weeks ago, okay. Yeah. Oh, maybe we did. I think we've actually been really consistent about recording something every week for everybody. I think we've been pretty good about that.
We recorded last Saturday.
So we've been very true about recording every Saturday up to this point. And last Saturday, when we were talking about your Boston Red Sox, we were coming off of a All-Star break. We were coming off of a trade deadline where everybody, including yourself, were like, what the hell is Craig Breslow doing? Like, we need some serious pieces for this team. Sean, are you ready to take back any statement that you said against Craig Breslow? Or is this win streak for the Red Sox and this hot streak that you guys are on, is this just a part of the players actually showing up and doing their job? Like, how do you see this?
I mean, I think it's mostly all the players. I still will blame it on Craig Breslow. This is how it is. Seriously, we just signed a contract with Roman Anthony. I can't remember the exact number.
Yeah, I got it. 5 years, $180 million to Roman Anthony. You must think he's the next Ted Williams.
I mean, with that money, I sure hope he performs like that, and he doesn't go to another team like in like the next 3 or 4 years if he gets traded.
Oh, are you talking about Mookie Betts on this show?
Yeah.
You're comparing. I mean, listen, the other situation too that I thought about now that you bring up Roman Anthony too. Will Middlebrooks, right?
Red Sox have history like that with the rookies. Either they go to another team or they do like a Will Middlebrooks stuff. But I'm not saying anything wrong.
Andrew Benintendi.
I mean, he's on a different team now, but
he has not been the same. That's for sure.
I hope he proves me wrong.
How many years has Andrew Benintendi been in the league now? Probably like 8 years now or something.
I was going to say 7 or 8 years.
7 or 8 years. So, and he's been on the Yankees, which was an interesting move. And it was on the White Sox.
He's literally on the White Sox right now.
Oh boy.
2016 when he started, so almost 10 years, 9 years.
Wow. Is Andrew Benintendi going to end up on a Red Sox simulcast of a game at some point, similar to Will Middlebrooks? Are we going to see Andrew Benintendi? Like, you know, we've got Jared Carabas and Jonathan Papelbon on the NESN, you know, altcast for Red Sox games. Are we going to get like a Benintendi insider at live from Fenway Field? Like, seems like they like to hire former guys.
I mean, yeah, they do. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean,
yeah, this is pretty good for you.
Roman Anthony in 20 years is going to be in the box score.
He'll be right in the box scores. That's right. It's been really fascinating watching the Red Sox. I will say, as a Mets fan, being here in New England, Sean, they are an exciting team to watch right now with Roman Anthony performing the way he has. I know Marcelo Meyer is injured. It's looking like a longer recovery than originally, planned. But Trevor Story doing what Trevor Story does.
He's been playing much better in the second half than the first half of the year, of the season.
Yeah. Yeah, he's figured it out for you guys. And then you look at Willie Abreu. I mean, Willie Abreu continues to – I mean, let's say this. Willie Abreu has been good all season, I would say. I think he's been really solid for this 2025 year. I don't have his stats in front of me right now, but more recently he has really performed for your Boston Red Sox. And, I'm going to head over to the standings right now because I'm actually really curious to see in terms of where we are.
That's what I was literally.
Yeah, I mean, because the Red Sox have been keeping it real tight when you look at the American League East.
Last 10 games, 8. We won 8 out of 2. 8 out of 10. Only 3 games back from the Blue Jays.
3 games back from Toronto. And we thought Toronto, I mean, number one, Toronto came out of nowhere, sitting at 68 and 49. Come on.
I think everyone thought the Yankees were going to be in first. So I'm sitting in third right now.
Yeah, 6 games out.
And especially now with Aaron Judge out, I don't see them making a wild card at this point.
No, I think the Yankees are kind of out of this at this point. Crazy to think that Cleveland is barking up. The guard dogs are barking up right at the Yankees as well.
Looking at the American League West is insane too. Because they have three teams that have in the 60 plus win range, which are the Rangers, Mariners, and the Astros.
Yeah. We said it on the last one too. Like Seattle being only one game out of Houston, knowing that they were going to play them towards the end of the year too, in like a 3-game series, to wrap it up. I mean, that's pretty major.
And they're 7 out of 10 too. Did I say I still think they made the best moves out of the trade deadline.
100%. You called that. You said Seattle is the team that's going to come out of here. They're going to get all these guys. Suarez is just going to start going off. Rodriguez is just going to start going off. Their pitching is going to be solid. Right. And you've been right.
I mean, you said the Padres. I mean, we beat the Padres last night, and we're hoping again.
Yeah. I really did think that the Padres.
I mean, the Padres are still doing well. I mean, it's same exact.
Yes.
I think we're both are right about the teams we picked, and both perform well. Red Sox are doing better than the Padres. That's why we beat them.
Right. And that's kind of where we're at right now too, with the Padres only being 3 games out of the Dodgers right now in the NL West. Milwaukee, the Mets are taking them on right now. I will have that in the score updates in terms of what's going on there. Milwaukee is sitting at 71-44. Sean, the Milwaukee Brewers have the best record in baseball.
That's insane. I did not think they were going to be this year the best going in.
No.
Or almost the middle of August, or like the first week of August, so which is insane.
Yeah, I'm really speechless with them.
They're definitely getting 100 wins first.
Yes, which when we did our pre-MLB predictions for the beginning of this season, I don't think either one of us. I think we had Milwaukee at like 89 games, 88, 87, and maybe a wild card. The fact that they're only like 15 games out from getting to that, and we still have plenty of baseball left, and they're 5 games up on the Cubs, and the Cubs. You take a look at they're on a 1-game losing streak. Milwaukee on a 7-game win streak right now. 7-game win streak. The only other team right now that has anything even close to a 7-game win streak, you ready for this? Is the Seattle Mariners.
Yeah.
The 2 teams that one we totally expected post-trade deadline was going to do very well with their additions. And then you look at Milwaukee, who moved some players around, brought some guys in, got rid of some guys, but have continued to perform. If you told me at the beginning of this year, Sean, that we'd be talking about the Seattle Mariners and the Milwaukee Brewers going on 5, 6, 7, 8-game win streaks consistently throughout the year, that's crazy talk, man.
That would be really interesting World Series.
Are you saying something?
If the Red Sox or Mets don't make it all the way, I would love to see a Mariners Brewers World Series, and I want the Mariners to win.
Yeah, they're gonna have to wear their throwbacks. I want full.
They're really doing for Ichiro this year.
They really are. I want full throwbacks. I want throwback Milwaukee Brewers pinstripe jerseys, and I want the Seattle Mariners cutoff jerseys, the vest jerseys with the green sleeves. Like, if we're going to go all out, we're just going to do it. Quickly back to your Red Sox, and then I'll briefly bring up my Mets, who are currently taking on those Milwaukee Brewers. And ladies and gentlemen, I can give us brief score update. It's 0-0. Mets, of course, failing to score the first time at bat. I'm going to make a really bold prediction. I said at the beginning of the year that the Boston Red Sox were going to win the AL East. I thought, based on their lineup, everything that they had going for them, they were the clear favorites to win the AL East. I'm telling you this right now. It's going to come within 1 or 2 games. It's going to come between 1 or 2 games between Toronto and Boston.
Like,
we're going to be talking about late
98,
September baseball.
97 type.
Yes. Yep. Because I don't think the Blue Jays style of baseball right now, where they are in first place and they're playing really well, every team hits a real slump at some point. The Red Sox have had a season of slumping. Sorry. They've had a season of slumping.
You're right. You're right.
Now they've figured it out. Toronto has had a really good, surprising first half of the season and beginning of the second half. Every team hits a point where they're like, what are we doing? The New York Mets had the best record in baseball for 4 weeks at the first half of the season. And then look at it post-trade deadline. We're on 5 games, 6 games, 7-game lose streaks consistently. And we've dropped to being only 10 games above 500 compared to 15, 16, 17 games above 500. And now we've got the Phillies in first, and we're down 3.5 in the division.
Not to compare, which I'm going to compare, but I think your team is the Dodgers are kind of like how the Mets are playing. Like slumps. Like the other night, I think Shohei hit a 2-1 home run, and I think he pitched really well. I think they lost. I think they lost 6-2. I think the other night.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, it was a really rough score, and I'm so glad you bring up the Dodgers right now too, because I feel like we haven't seen a lot of Dodgers.
They're not the best team in baseball right now. They haven't been in a couple months.
I know Shohei got his. He got his World Series, right?
Yeah.
He got his World Series. My concern is now is that Freddie Freeman's getting older for the Dodgers. You got Andy Pages. You got Mookie Betts, right? Who's not getting younger either.
No. He's having this is not Mookie's best. This is one of his, not worst, but he's not playing well this year.
No, that's just it. I'm a little bit worried for Shohei that we're hitting that stretch again like he did with the Angels.
Okay, I'm looking at his stats right now. He's a 239 average, only 12 home runs, only 99 hits and 50 runs better. I know he's been off of, like, I know he had was that this year or was that last year? He had that mystery illness he had
last year, I believe.
Was that last year?
Yeah, I believe it was last year, but it's kind of perpetuated itself into this year too, a little bit, it seems. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
No.
It's literally on the news. I'm on Google, and this is on the news. The New York Post. Ready for this? Mookie Betts get brutally honest about his ugly 2025. This season's over. That's from the New York Post.
Well, that's New York Post, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's being spread around there, if the Dodgers are in the headlines for things like Mookie saying, even if it's out of context, let me make that clear. Even if it's out of context, like the New York Post will do.
Yeah, I mean, I just read the headlines. So
yeah, absolutely. No, but it's worth talking about because if that's how the clubhouse feels for the Dodgers, right? Because they have San Diego breathing down their necks at 3 games out, right? If that's where we are right now with the Los Angeles Dodgers baseball team, that has me wondering, because of recent injuries, because their pitching really hasn't, held up the way it has. Dustin May was supposed to be the super all-star pitcher for them. We've seen him perform in the postseason, and then he had such a slump this year. They traded him off to the Red Sox. Not saying that the Red Sox was a bad landing place for him, but he was a secondary thought at the last hour of the trade deadline for Craig Breslow and for the LA Dodgers. Yeah. So we're at this point with the Dodgers where we're taking a step back and we're looking at them and we're saying, hold on a second here. Do they have what it takes to repeat this year? Which I would say no. And are they going to be as competitive come playoff time when you have a hot Milwaukee Brewers team? The Philadelphia Phillies ain't going nowhere anytime soon with the way they're playing. and then San Diego breathing up their neck. If LA had to play San Diego in the first round on a slump or whatever else, it's San Diego all the way at this point.
Yeah, I mean, the Cubs almost have the same record as the Dodgers right now. The Dodgers are only up one game from them for the whole National League, and I
crazy.
I think the Cubs are a better team than the Dodgers right now.
I would agree with that. I would agree. Dansby Swanson has been performing extremely well.
It doesn't help the Dodgers are playing Blue Jays this weekend. I know they won yesterday.
Right. It does not help, does it?
But I do want them to sweep them this for the Red Sox.
Let's make that clear. Sean Michaud wants the Blue Jays to get swept by the Dodgers because of the standings, folks.
Yes.
Because of the standings. No other reason. He does like the Dodgers a little, but yes. Yes. We're getting there. Anyway, we're going to have to wait and see what's going to happen there. Boston Red Sox looking real hot. Sean, you must be really excited because I think you felt a little hopeless when we did our trade deadline special. I think you were like, "What? We're done. We're done.
I mean, I guess Craig Breslow had thought our team had potential without doing any trades, and it's like, oh, let's sign an extra 5 years for Roman Anthony.
Interesting move. We'll see if that pays off at the end of the day. You know, he's going to have a lot of contracts. If the rest of the team know that Roman Anthony's getting 5 years, $180 million. Imagine when Willie Abreu's contract negotiations or Rafaela with the way Sadon has been playing recently. I mean, come on. If you think you're not going to be paying other players some good money after this season.
I mean, I think the one player that they should sign extra big is Garrett Crochet.
Yeah, that's right. He's going to become he's going to be essentially on the, what do they call that? The trade, not the trade block. I'm trying to think of the actual term. It's a contract renegotiation, arbitration. He's going to be on arbitration after this season. Yeah. So they're going to have to re-sign him, or if he doesn't like the deal, he can enter the free agent market. Which then, if Crochet was to not like what Craig Breslow offered, and he went into the open market, you know what that means? The Red Sox are going to have to pay serious buckaroonies.
Oh wait, no, okay. I mean, he did that in April. He six year.
It was an extension, right?
Yeah.
So I did too. So okay, never mind, Craig. You've already locked that in, and you've locked Roman Anthony in. So this is, folks. We make mistakes. We learn from our mistakes. We do the research.
That's right. Yeah. Apparently, don't we do research? I mean, we have so many other things going on.
So much going on. Sean, I just want to quickly touch upon my New York Mets before we get into the score updates of the evening as well. There's a lot of sports happening this evening. We want to keep you up to date on what that looks like. Sean, I have to say, it has been really frustrating to watch my New York Metropolitans these last few games. Frank Fleming, Frank the Tank, on social media, goes off Pink Pony Club, New York Mets, hot to go. Not working right now. I can tell you, Mets fans,
not a phenomenon. Sorry.
No, it's not. It's not a feminine Metsonom or whatever you want to call it. It's not happening right now. Carlos Mendoza, our manager, Carlos has been very comfortable during press conferences, saying that the guys just aren't hitting. We're not getting into our groove. We're playing some really great teams. That's true. The Mets are playing the Milwaukee Brewers. Lost last night. To be completely honest with you, I would love to see a Mets win tonight. Would love to see it. But again, we're playing Milwaukee, the best team in baseball.
Yeah,
we're unable to figure out the hitting.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Mets schedule now, and it's kind of tough coming up.
It's real tough.
I mean, except you're playing the Marlins at the end of August, but other than that,
Marlins have been playing really well too. Yeah.
I mean, you have the Brewers, then you're playing the Braves, then you play the Mariners, and also the Nationals. Or so. I mean, there's nothing. Sorry.
No, but I mean, you're looking at the next 3 series there. We're going to get swept by the Marlins. I'm just going to say, or not by the Marlins. We might. Who knows? I'm not putting that energy out there.
I hope you sweep the Nationals. I mean, you guys are playing them again at the end of September. So
I would say taking 2 out of 3 against the Marlins is the right move. Taking 2 out of 3 against the Nationals, I'd be fine with. Sweeping the Nationals is the best move. But I expect to get swept by the.
You guys don't actually have a huge, big. I mean, it's like 50-50. I mean,
yeah.
Nationals. I mean, you have the Padres, Rangers, and the Cubs.
The Padres,
and then you end your season off with the Marlins again. So
it's just.
I mean, looking for you. At least you're not playing the Dodgers.
We're going to get swept by the Padres. We're going to get swept by the Mariners. I can already see that happening. This team is not a 100-win team. I just want to make that clear to a lot of Mets fans out there. We're not going to reach that mark. We're barely a wild card team with the way that we're performing right now. There are a lot of Mets fans that are calling for, you remember, Sean, Eric Chavez, who used to play for the Oakland Athletics, third baseman. Was a former front office head for the Los Angeles Angels, who were then the Anaheim Angels back in the day, 2015, 2016, 2017. He's just not working as the batting coach right now, as the hitting coach. He's not finding a way to motivate the guys. I mean, when we see our captain, Francisco Lindor, struggling at the plate, and somebody like Brandon Nimmo, who traditionally gets easy walks when he's up at bat. He works the count, gets on base, either steals the base or is able to get over to third on a base hit from Francisco. That has not been happening. And I posted up on social media, on X specifically the other day. Somebody commented and said, why is everybody up in arms about Eric Chavez, the hitting coach of the Mets? Why are we asking for him to leave? Why are we asking for him to lose his position because of this struggle? This is just the guys. The guys aren't figuring out. The guys aren't hitting. When your job is hitting coach, your job is to figure out a new formula that's going to work and get guys on base.
Yeah.
That's like your whole job as hitting coach, is to work with the manager, work with the guys, figure out what's right, make changes to the lineup so that things can happen. I do, and I made a post about this. I do want to remind a lot of Mets fans, and I want to remind a lot of baseball fans out there who are wondering about this situation. When Eric Chavez was helping to lead the front office of the Los Angeles, then the Anaheim Angels, 2015, 2016, 2017, right? Those were some of the toughest years for that franchise.
Yeah.
They were struggling at best with Mike Scioscia. They were going 78 and 85. They were going, 80 and 82. Like, their record was horrible. They were always in either third place or fourth place in the AL West. So here it is. And I understand that Eric Chavez was there on the Yankees with Carlos Mendoza when Carlos Mendoza was a coach of the Yankees under Aaron Boone.
Mm-hmm.
I want to remind folks that just because you worked with somebody on a team doesn't mean that they're going to fit the formula for your new team that you're working on.
No, we've seen that happen many times, especially for managers.
Yes. Bud Black out in Colorado has brought people along the years with him to Colorado. Not for nothing. In Pittsburgh, coaches following each other along the way. What happens? Manager's tossed. Team's not doing well. This is a Mets team that needs to do something in the front office, like get rid of Eric Chavez and bring up the hitting coach from Syracuse, which, by the way, when we have sent folks down to AAA this year, when Francisco Alvarez was not performing at the plate, when Jeff McNeil was coming off of his injury, not for nothing, when Luis Angel Acuna had to be sent down to Syracuse because he wasn't playing well, they all came back up from Syracuse and played extremely well, went on hitting streaks, okay? That's the kind of guy in Syracuse that you need leading your hitting at the major league level. It's not a heavy ask to say get rid of Eric Chavez and bring up the hitting coach from Syracuse because the guys are responding to him. He's working with some of the best prospects in baseball right now. Isn't that the guy, when you do call up those prospects, that you want as your hitting coach because it's going to bring familiarity to the dugout?
It will help them a lot.
Wake up, Mets front office. David Stearns and Steve Cohen have got to get this straightened out. If we drop another game this evening, we're up 1-0 on the Brewers right now. But if we end up dropping this game late again, and we lose yet another game because of bats, it's got to be Eric Chavez. It's just got to be because the hitting isn't figuring it out. You were having these conversations, John, about the Red Sox last year.
Yeah. I mean,
about trying to figure out how hitting's going to work.
I mean, we still have that sometimes, especially with the pitching from the beginning of this year.
Oh, don't even get me started on Mets pitching. Don't even. We have Reed Garrett, somebody from the pen, starting one inning this evening, and then Frankie Montas is going to come in and pitch. Tell me you don't have starting rotational problems when your reliever comes in to start the game, and then Frankie comes in, your starter, to finish up, starting in the second inning. But David Stearns did not go out and add a starting pitcher because he said, the prospects we got coming up are really good. Jonah Tong is amazing. I would not throw Jonah Tong on this team right now. I would not expose him to any of this. That's just me.
Yeah. No, I was just about to add the Mets should have done more before the trade deadline.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Just like the Red Sox. I mean, surprisingly, we're doing better, but
it's incredible.
I feel bad for you guys.
Well, you just
it happens every past few years. It's been happening. You come in, you have the best record in baseball in the first half, and then what happens in the second half? It starts. It just
gets to be a mess. Gets to be an absolute mess at the end of the day here. Okay, we're going to get into because there's a lot going on in baseball right now. Sean, it's that time of the show here. I think you know what time it is, right?
Box score.
What I love even more is pour it over box scores.
That is right. Ladies and gentlemen, you know that music when you hear it. It is time for the box scores, coming at you live here on this fine Saturday evening from the Painting the Chat podcast crew. Sean, in Major League Baseball right now, those Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim are beating the Detroit Tigers 4-3 in the bottom of the fourth. Sean, Detroit has had a fantastic year. I mean, they just keep getting better and better, it seems.
They really are. I mean, I'm excited to see how they play in the rest of the season for them. So,
coming off of a speedway of mess, the Speedway Series, Sean. We haven't even talked about that. I think it's worth forgetting, personally. Between the Atlanta Braves and the Cincinnati Reds, they are losing the Cincinnati Reds to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Your Pirates are actually winning a game right now, 1-0 in the top of the fourth. What do the Pirates need to do? Andrew McCutchen's pitching. I don't know.
Andrew McCutchen. I mean, might as well, right?
Might as well at this point. You probably do a really good job. I'll have you look at the pitching for the Pittsburgh Pirates this evening. I'm sorry, what did you say?
Ashcraft is pitching.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure you didn't say ass crack. Ladies and gentlemen, the Athletics are the Athletics are losing to the Baltimore Orioles 3-2. That game is in the top of the second. The Cleveland Guardians are beating the Chicago White Sox middle of the second 1-0. The Kansas City Royals and the Minnesota Twins, bottom of the second, still 0-0. The Miami Marlins and the Atlanta Braves, top of the second, still 0-0. Into the first, over on Fox, it's rivalry weekend. It is the Cubs and those St. Louis Cardinals. End of the first, Cubs are up 2-0. Sean, one of the best rivalries in baseball, the Cubs and the Cardinals.
Yeah.
It's always a good one.
Yes.
Sean, good news.
Cubs are going to win tonight, so that's what I'm saying.
Yes. Good news is the Cubs are probably going to win. The Philadelphia Phillies are losing to Jacob deGrom and the Texas Rangers 1-0 right now in the top of the second, over on Fox if you're interested. There was a doubleheader today. Listen, when DeGrom's on, DeGrom's on. We love it. The Atlanta Braves defeated the Miami Marlins in the first game of the doubleheader 7-1 today. The New York Yankees beat the Houston Astros 5-4. Listen, give the Yankees a win. Just make them feel confident. Make them feel like they're on top of the world. Dun, 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 dun. Just make them feel good for a little bit. Washington Nationals defeated the San Francisco Giants 4-2. Sean, what is going on in San Francisco? We loved everything. Rafi Devers, what is going on in San Francisco? They have this.
Right, the Giants are playing so bad right now. It's so sad to see.
It's sad. It's really, really sad. What is also sad is the Colorado Rockies versus the Arizona Diamondbacks coming up at 8:10. The Boston Red Sox take on those San Diego Padres at 8:40. You can watch that game on Nesson. Red Sox riding high after that Roman Anthony contract signing at 65-52, taking on a Padres team at 64-52. Pretty close, you know. Could you see Red Sox Padres World Series, Sean? Maybe.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't see it happening.
World Series preview, maybe. Sean, we need this game to go to the Dodgers. They take on the Blue Jays this evening at 9:10 out in Los Angeles. Would like to see another Blue Jays loss so that the Red Sox can pick up the W, get even closer to that first place spot.
Yeah, we'll be only 2.5 games back.
That'll be it. And of course, that's right. Tampa Bay Rays taking on those Seattle Mariners at 9:40 from Seattle. Listen, again, we were talking about this before. Really exciting stuff happening in Seattle. Suarez is figuring out. The pitching's figuring out. I watched the game the other night. I stayed up with Kylie, my little newborn daughter. We watched some San Francisco Mariners. What am I talking about? We watched some Seattle Mariners. It's a whole new team. We watched some Seattle Mariners baseball, and it was fun. They're a fun team to watch this year. Also, in the NFL, we actually have some scores coming to you live from preseason week 1. The New York Jets are taking on the Green Bay Packers coming up here at 8 o'clock over on NFL Network. Please make sure to tune in. Sean's Packers, my Jets. We'll see what happens this evening. Currently, the Pittsburgh Steelers are beating the Jacksonville Jaguars. Second quarter, 14 minutes, 21. Steelers leading 7-3. The Los Angeles Rams are beating the Dallas Cowboys. Those Dallas Cowboys are such a mess, man. They just are they really America's team?
What is going on in Dallas and just in sports in general, man?
It's a mess. It's a mess. Dallas Wings, Dallas Cowboys.
We'll talk about Dallas Wings in a bit.
We'll talk about the Dallas Wings coming up here. The Tennessee Titans are taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as Mr. Berman used to say, the Buccaneers. 0-0 in the first quarter. The New York Giants, Tommy DeVito, Jameis Winston, Jackson Dart, and Russell, Mr. Unlimited Wilson. He played today. The Giants ended up beating the Buffalo Bills 34-25. Also, the Houston Texans taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings beat the Texans 20-10. Tonight at 8 o'clock, we have the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Arizona Cardinals. And of course, in the nightcap is the San Francisco 49ers and those Denver Broncos and Bo Nix. WNBA scores games happening this evening at 8 o'clock on CBS. The Chicago Sky taking on the Indiana Fever. Sean, what do you think about the Stranger Things Indiana Fever stuff going on, the cross promotion? Do you like it?
I don't know. but
Getting a little
also
old. Getting a little.
it's a little old. But also, I kind of feel bad for them because they just lost 2 players for the season.
That's very true. That's really true. Los Angeles Sparks take on the Golden State Valkyries at 8:30 this evening. Very interesting to see what happens there. Well, let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your scores. Sean, let's talk about what's going on in the WNBA right now.
How do we start this?
Yeah, I know. How do we breach this conversation?
Do we talk about the no pun intended big issue that's going on? Sorry.
I mean, I guess that is the way that we do that. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen.
I already opened the floodgates, so
you did open the floodgates. I never thought I would see the day when we would have headlines saying that dildos are being thrown on a basketball court.
Multiple, not just one.
Really? Is this news to me? I thought it was just one per game. Are we talking multiples per game?
Oh, per game? No, I'm talking about in general.
Okay. John, it started in a game with the Indiana Fever, correct? That was the first time we heard this happening.
Yes. I think it was Indiana Fever versus the Liberty. No.
That would make sense. That would be a primetime game.
Was it Liberty? I don't remember.
That's okay. It doesn't matter. The whole part of this is
it's just dumb. I'm sorry. It's a dumb thing to do.
It really is. It comes off as insensitive in a way. But there's also another part to this too that really bothers me. And it's the whole we've seen things thrown on courts before in the past. We've seen food thrown on courts. We've seen all of this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, does it keep the WNBA in the headlines? Yeah, it totally does at the end of the day.
Yeah, it does.
Not for the right reasons.
No. It should be. It should be. The news should be records that are getting beaten right now, and and just like these amazing rookies are playing well, and just like, and these new franchises are coming to be. Who knows? That's right. What should be the headline. Should be not fucking dildos.
That's not what anybody's wanting to talk about when it comes to that. The one thing I'll say, and this is the talking point around this news and this conversation, is that the players have gotten to the point where they are taking to social media. Sean, you mentioned Sophie Cunningham going to social media about it.
I'm pulling this tweet up, or you can too, but to show it to
if you want to pull it up, yeah. It's quite hilarious.
I don't think I saved it. I have to go. I'm going on her.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Literally, Sophie Cunningham, because she had a tweet again. This is like the second time. It says, "Stop throwing dildos on the court. You're gonna hurt one of us." And behold, literally the next time it happened, it fucking hit her in the face. And then you see, I think it was. Was it Sabrina that just fucking kicked the?
Yeah, she kicked it. That was the clip that everybody has been seeing around and put on social media. I really appreciate the players using this as an opportunity to like fire back at the fans that are doing it.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I really appreciate.
If you look at Cindy Colson's tweets, though, like I think her response to that was hilarious, though.
Yeah, I know you're gonna find it there. It's. I love seeing the players taking it. Something that's so gross. It's so unnecessary, and they're taking it and they're saying, "You know what? We're gonna claim this."
Oh, well, this is what Angel Reese said, which I thought was hilarious. He's trying to make light of it. She said, "Hey, why do you keep throwing your mean green stuff?" You mean green in different areas. It's getting weird. And then this was her response. She's so unserious. She's hilarious.
That's what I'm saying about all this.
Yeah.
Is that the players are taking this where it is really gross and unnecessary. And they're just taking it and they're saying, if you're going to give us free screen time, if you're going to do this and you're going to make, the WNBA be part of the headlines, we're going to go to social media and we're going to, do memes about it. We're going to post about it. We're going to push it out there to folks. And that's the one thing that's super smart about the WNBA that I've noticed, especially after Sabrina versus Steph Curry in the 3-point contest the other year. They, specifically the WNBA and the marketing, right? They have had so many different things thrown at them, whether it is what's going on with the Connecticut Sun, their purchase from the Pagulas and moving them to Boston. Whether it's the dildo controversy of people throwing dildos onto the court.
The dildo
gate? Dildo gate. Yeah, sure. We can call it that. But they roll with the punches, man. They really do. And I think it speaks to the WNBA specifically and their ability to be a very marketable brand.
Yeah.
And I have to give massive credit. I've seen the numbers recently for the WNBA. They're not going down. They're going up. Viewership is going up, where the NBA has been struggling during the regular season to maintain viewership. So we're on this weird crosshatch here where I think we're going to start to see the two of them, if not one go over the other, start to head in the same direction. And I'm not saying that Dildogate is part of that. What I'm saying is that there are bigger things on the horizon.
No, I mean, it's definitely all these. I don't think it's the doubling. I don't think it was going to be that. Even though if it didn't happen, I still think it was going to go up. I think it's just all these players are setting, like I said before, setting records. Like Paige Becker's, Asia Wilson's doing stuff. Caitlin Clark. These great players are just setting records, and that's not not people talking about, and it's the dildos instead.
Right.
Which is
maybe we can get that conversation back to where it's supposed to be, like you're saying, which is the records that are being broken and all the incredible things that are happening in the WNBA when it comes to league expansion. And I mean, we just had a WNBA draft. We had a draft. And we also had a trade deadline as well, where players were moved around. The Connecticut Sun, I just want to talk just briefly about the Connecticut Sun. They're in a massive sell-off. I mean, if we weren't sure about that team moving to Boston, the trade deadline kind of proved that to us.
I mean, it's weird that we just got we're both fans of the Connecticut Sun. I'm just saying we even until we get a Boston team. I'll be moving
That's
there.
Correct. That's correct.
We just got Aaliyah Edwards, and I feel like a lot of the WNBA players are not getting treated as well, and they're just like pushing people to the side, getting waived, and it's like, like some of these players are not. They're playing better, but then they get waved off. It's like it's weird how the whole WNBA franchise, the front offices are so weird about it too.
Yeah. And I think it's because the WNBA, and it's crazy to think about this too. And we've been talking about this the last few episodes, is that we're hitting this point now too in sports where we're going to have massive contract negotiations. We're going to have some lockouts come 2027, 2028, where we're not going to see a lot of sports. And WNBA is included in that. They want a fair contract. They want the ability to make more money and have a say in their franchises like NBA players do. And I know the WNBA has existed for a long time. It has.
It's the 90s.
I would say that they've just hit their stride and that they're now starting to figure out, okay, now that we're at the peak of making money, being relevant in the world of sports, right?
Yeah.
And with the NIL in college and Juju Watkins and so many fantastic young superstars that are going to be coming up to the WNBA, that's only going to spike viewership even more. It's fair to say the WNBA is a new league now.
Yeah.
Because of all these money elements.
Yeah.
I would say.
I mean, even the the WNBA draft viewership was like even higher like this year, especially with Paige, and like last year with Caitlin, and then next year is going to be insane. I mean, we could have Lauren Betts and Easy Fudd up there, and I don't think Juju will be next year, but it will be the 2027 draft for her, I think.
Yeah. It's going to be fascinating to see what happens league wide. And this is while, Sean, the NBA, it's been really quiet. We still don't know where Al Horford's going, which is crazy to think.
We'll probably gonna find out like a month before we start the actual season.
I mean, I feel bad for Shams. I feel bad for some of the NBA insiders. I try to watch the NBA Insider show on ESPN.
I feel like the deal already happened, and the media's like, no, we're not going to post it yet.
Yeah, I love the NBA. You and I both love the NBA.
Yeah, huge Celtics fan.
I love Celtics fan, Brooklyn Nets fan. It's the offseason for the NBA is really hard unless big names get traded and moved.
They do need to do what the WNBA did and do a new kind of. I know they have the 3v3 league, whatever,
right?
But it's not like the viewership for it is not great. But like they should do something like Unrivaled. Unrivaled is like viewership is doing the same thing. It was exciting to watch last year. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Early because it was early this year until next year, next season, whatever. I feel like NBA needs to do something like that again,
rather than an in-season tournament. Yeah, because nobody cares. Let's just be honest here. Nobody cares about fancy courts. Nobody cares about city exclusive jerseys. Nobody's really following along with that during the season. It didn't really change anything in terms of viewership overall. Maybe spiked it up a little bit, brought some interest to attending games in person so you can see all those things. But when you can't afford in-game person's seats, it's tough. It's really tough. You were going to say something, Sean?
Oh, no, man. I lost my thoughts.
Okay. I'm at the point now too where with the NBA, I'm starting to get worried that unless Adam Silver does something really dramatic, and this is what the NHL has done across the years, this has happened in other leagues like the WNBA more recently.
I had more fun watching the WNBA All-Star Weekend than the NBA.
The NBA. Yeah, I know. I'm right there with you. It was so much more fun to watch.
I don't know, I think the vibes was it was different than. I mean, it didn't help what the NBA had let's put Kevin Hart and all these stuff. Who cares?
How many more times? How many more times can we do that? You know?
I mean, even the halftime show stuff. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that WNBA halftime show was okay. It was I think it was.
Did they call up Lonzo Ball's brother in order to do something, ask for a favor? Essentially, that's what it seemed like. Oh, just because his brother's in the NBA, let's continue that because let's just bring up the Ball brothers again, which were a conversation 8 years ago. It just seems off. I think Adam Silver needs to do an NBA expansion.
The NBA needs someone like the Stud Buds.
Yes, yeah, we need a Savannah Bananas for the NBA again.
Who's the NBA equivalent for the Stud Buds?
It's a good question. I don't even know. It's a good,
Kevin Durant. No, I don't know.
Mate, no, but
I don't know. I don't think they have. I think it's different. I don't know.
it is. That's a great question. We're gonna have to come back on the next episode and figure out who the NBA equivalent of the stub buds is. I don't know. It's a really folks out there. If you know, please tweet us out.
There's
Share that out.
no comparison, honestly.
There's probably none. Adam Silver needs to do an NBA expansion. I think we need to start really thinking about a team in Seattle. I think we need to start bringing hype to another franchise. It just seems like we're at a very stagnant point in the NBA where doing an expansion team and an NBA draft of free agents and folks out there, an expansion draft, would bring some interest into the NBA, similar to when the Oklahoma City Thunder came into the league. It was like, wow, a brand new team. Oh my goodness. Moving from Seattle to Oklahoma City, picking up all those draft picks, picking up all those folks. We just need something. We need the NBA to switch it up a little bit, and not with like an in-season tournament or anything, but I think something that's actually going to hit the core of the NBA itself, which is an expansion team or a team moving. I know there's been a lot of talk about that. Does the NBA explore a team in San Diego again? Do they explore a team in Baltimore? Do they expand and take a look at a team in Nashville? The other side of Tennessee.
Or bring back some ones. Bring back the Grizzlies.
Vancouver. Yeah. We have only one team in Canada right now, and that's the Toronto Raptors. Having a team up that way. So we're at this very interesting point in the NBA, Sean. I think where unless they really start picking up the pace, dare I say, make a drastic move like that, we're going to be talking about other leagues hopping over them. We're going to be talking about Major League Baseball, WNBA. Dare I even say, we are going to see more interest because of the way, John Oliver showcased it to us, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to see more interest in minor league baseball than basketball.
I really want to go do my Moon Man game.
I want that hat, man. I know they're available now. I want a Moon Mammoth hat, man. They're pretty cool.
They're pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah. Somebody Show, we have gotten to that 57-minute mark here in the show, keeping it to an hour, knowing that there is football on the way here. I wanted to get your final takes, any other conversations you wanted to bring up before we put a wrap on this thing.
I was going to just talk about that. I can't remember her name, the 18-year-old girl for the tennis that beat the Naomi.
Oh, yes.
Coco. I don't remember. Hold on. I think she just won. Hold on. Find it.
I remember seeing the headline through ESPN on SportsCenter. It's really cool to see that somebody so young and talented was able to.
Victoria, I don't know how to pronounce the name. Mamboka, I think that's her name.
Mamboka, yeah.
Yeah.
Who did she defeat?
The final, she won Naomi.
Wow.
For the National Bank Open, I guess, prevented by she beat Naomi.
Oh, yes.
For the final. So
that's the lead up to the U.S. Open, correct? That's some qualifying.
Yeah, we'll love to see her. She beat Coco too, I think, earlier.
Wow, so we're looking at a rising star in the world of tennis then.
Yeah.
How has tennis been, Sean? I know you watch a lot more tennis than a lot of our viewers and listeners. How has it been recently overall?
It's been okay. I'm just been waiting for the U.S. Open to watch. Whenever I have the chance, it's on at weird times, so I usually just catch because of course where they play and Either that or I get stuff from my mom because she watches it. But I'm excited to see how the U.S. Open will be this year. I know my parents are going this year, so
Awesome. That'll be a good time. That'll be a really great time.
yeah.
The last subject. Yeah.
Any final thoughts for you?
Yeah, one of the things I wanted to bring up, and I know, we've had a lot of former athletes come through, watch the show, a lot of newer athletes, folks. I want to shout out all of those UNH Wildcat football players that have followed us on Paint the Chat podcast over the last few weeks. We're so excited about the upcoming UNH football season and what y'all are going to bring out to the field. Of course, I'm based here in Durham, New Hampshire, campus of University of New Hampshire. My wife works there. We go to as many football games as we can during the regular season to support the team. They're part of the FCS, which is outside of the FBS. So you won't see them in bowl games specifically, but they compete for the FCS championship each year. And what's really cool, I have to say, and this came as news to locally and in the sports world. For once, Durham was actually in the sports news. The University of New Hampshire has signed on to the NIL. And this is just my hypothesis around it. UNH saw Max Brosmer, the starting quarterback for the UNH Wildcats, who played 3 seasons here, walk away and get an NIL deal in Minnesota. Left Durham for the University of Minnesota, played extremely well, made it to a bowl game, won the bowl game in the FBS. Now he was signed as a free agent and is the 4th-string quarterback right now, competing for a quarterback slot for the Minnesota Vikings, who played today. Now, that's a guy who figured out, hey, in order for me to be successful, make it into the NFL and have a chance to even become a starting quarterback at some point or be a part of a roster, I have to go somewhere that's going to pay me NIL money. That's going to really want me and elevate my career. UNH has not done that in the past. The University of New Hampshire has not done that.
No.
University of New Hampshire will be doing that this upcoming year, which means recruitment, which means bringing in high schoolers and signing them to contracts, essentially, through NIL. It's really exciting to see UNH finally hop on this.
Yeah.
In a full level. I don't know. Maybe there's been select players that have come through that have been on NIL because they went out and negotiated and whatever else. I don't know. I'm new to the UNH spectrum. I know the national spectrum when it comes to like University of Florida, Michigan State.
This is news to me, so
yeah. So it means more talent, more prospects, more folks coming to Durham to play football at the end of the day. It's unfortunate that it's coming so late that somebody like Max Brosmer kind of worked his way out of Durham and is now in the NFL without a ton of, like, he played for UNH for 3 seasons. I'll give him that, right? He technically is a UNH quarterback, but he won a bowl game with Minnesota and got his NIL deal with Minnesota. So to me, he's a Minnesota Golden Gopher. He's not a Wildcat.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see when it comes to basketball here at UNH.
Yeah.
Because the Wildcats have continually placed themselves in a position that is so close to making it to the NCAA tournament every year. We either make it to the semifinal or the championship game and lose to Vermont every single year. With the NIL now established. Right, because we think about it in the football perspective, right? Because of somebody like Max Brosmer.
Yeah.
But it's even bigger in basketball. It's huge. We know this through college basketball.
Yeah.
It's make or break.
Yeah, UNH basketball is like really good.
Yes. Now with the NIL, they can go out, they can bring in prospects, they can bring in folks with NIL deals to come to the University of New Hampshire and get them to a tournament, because the payday when you make the tournament is really good for a school. The amount of publicity you get, everything, folks coming to games in the near future. It's literally how every major program, Chicago Loyola.
I was just about to say the same thing.
They were a nothing team until they started investing more money until really the early stages of NIL and kind of paying players to come and be there was a thing. This was even before the NIL. They realized that by locking in these players, these guys on this team, they could make something happen. It's been a standard practice. Quiet, but it's been there even before all this happened. It's about time, number one. And I'm liking that FCS teams, Division I, your small colleges, are recognizing this now. Because, listen, some athletes don't want to go to the big schools. If you're a real, like, I'm thinking like Cooper Flagg going to Duke, right? Great. Awesome. That's a great place for somebody like Cooper Flagg. But what if the University of Maine, the Black Bears, had the same money as Duke and he could stay in Maine?
Yeah.
Would we be talking about a different story here? That he would have been in the tournament leading the Maine Black Bears as a CAA team through to the Sweet 16 and beyond. I don't know. But this kind of agreement from all these teams to participate in the NIL is a step in the right direction towards maintaining in-state talent. Somebody like Cooper Flagg, who could have stayed in Maine at the University of Maine and brought the Black Bears deep into a tournament.
Yeah. But I think Cooper would have, since Duke has a more recognized name than the Maine Black Bears.
They have the money too. They have the boosters.
I still think he would not stay at Maine. I think he would need the publicity, especially going to Duke, being a top school for college basketball.
I just want to see a day where,
it's still could have been possible in another universe, time.
Another unit, yeah. I just want to see all these universities, like especially the ones that get in at number 16. I just want to see them get some big names or that have us talk about.
Like Northwestern, I was thinking of, like
just outside of Chicago. Yeah. Yep. They're always in there. They're always figuring a way out. Figuring a way out as in out in the first round.
Yeah, I mean, they still make it and they get publicity. So
exactly. But I'm really excited to see what the NIL is doing for the smaller schools. The funding and everything else be fascinating to see how that works out. And also, by the way, last thing. For folks who are interested in joining fantasy football this year, I just want to put this out as an all call. We have an ESPN Fantasy Football League for folks who want to come in, be a part of the league, join, have great conversations, build your teams, face off against each other. And Sean, what has not been posted on social media yet for folks who are wondering, what do I get for winning the Fantasy Football Championship this year? I just want to let folks know there is actually a prize.
I was going to say blue crushed $1 bill, crumpled up.
You, ladies and gentlemen, have the opportunity to win a wing. It's a wing. You can win this 2025 Fantasy Football Champions ring. So you can be like the Kansas City Chiefs, right? And you can roll around with a championship ring on your finger this year.
PTC. Jeez, there we go. Ring.
It's the PTC. Look, it even comes in this nice little gilded box. This is Fantasy Football Champions. The PTC Fantasy Football Champion. That's who you can be this year. Links are going to be in bios. We'll be sharing that over on the PTC page for all those who are interested. We still have 8 slots remaining on the team. We have a draft in 2 weeks. Would love y'all to join in. And again, there's some serious hardware on the line this year. 2025 Fantasy Football Championship ring. Can't get any better than that.
Yeah.
Mr. Sean Michaud, we've hit that time of the show. Also, just want to say thank you to all who are viewing tonight. This is great numbers. I love seeing
I'm not even looking at
all of you
numbers,
here.
but thank you.
Thank you all for being here this evening. Make sure to head on over to our pages that we're about to drop. Sean, it's that time of the show here. It's a little thing we like to call
Plug time.
That's right. It's plug time here at Painting the Chat podcast, where you get to find out where you can find us across social media. Mr. Sean Michaud, where can the good people find you across social media?
You can follow me here. It's on this Twitter handler, Sean Michaud1 on X. And you can follow me on this Instagram at itzonez.
Well, thank you, Laren. I really
Laren.
appreciate you being here, my friend. Good to see you. You guys can follow me over on X here, Twitter at X_Robin W Vogt, over on Instagram at IG_Robin W Vogt. Please make sure to smash the subscribe button here at the Blockade Media for everything happening with Painting the Chat podcast and PTC Rips coming up down the road here. Our third episode for y'all to check out.
Third?
Also,
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Yes, third episode of it. Make sure to also hit the like button if you like the content that you are seeing here, and make sure to share it out with all your family, friends, folks in the sports world that you know that would love to check out the podcast. Also, over on TikTok, I'm getting emotional about it. We've been lots of views. Love y'all participating. Somebody called us a click the bell as well for
Yes.
notifications. That's right, Laren. Absolutely. Some people are saying that we're a bait network, saying that we're baiting people into conversations that are like controversial. I just want to make something clear. That's absolutely what we're doing. We're trying to get you involved in the conversation. Just because we say the Boston Red Sox are going to win the World Series in 2025 doesn't mean we believe it. It means we'd like to think we believe it.
It's in my heart.
See, folks, you need to back off. Sean Michaud has this deep in his heart.
Not my brain, but my heart.
It's one of the most important things.
Like me, the scarecrow. And right over here, Robin's the cowardly lion, I guess.
Oh, hey,
You want to be the Tin Man?
No, I do not want to be the Tin Man. I do not want to be the Tin Man. He's
then-
hard all the time. Anyway, so you guys can follow me. I don't know what I was saying. You guys, please make sure to follow Painting the Chat podcast over at that TikTok where you're spreading controversial news, it sounds like, at Painting the Chat podcast, over on Instagram at Paint the Chat pod, and of course here on X at Paint the Chat pod for everything happening in the sports world. We got news, updates, guest commentating. When Sean is tweeting about everything happening in the WNBA, you're going to find out about it over there. Tonight, Jets versus Packers. I'm going to be live tweeting everything happening in Jets camp over on Twitter. That game is going to be getting underway because guess what? The Mets are tied with the Milwaukee Brewers. You'll be going back and forth on that. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens there. So make sure to follow us over on socials for everything happening there. And we will see you there very, very soon. For my co-host, Mr. Sean Michaud, this is Robin Vogt signing off on this fine, fantastic Saturday
Have
evening.
a
We'll
good
see
night.
you soon.
We'll see you next PTC Rips.
PTC Rips, that's right. See you then, everybody. Peace out.